Well, hello folks, welcome back to the channel. I am the Custard Prophet. We're back here for our Football Manager 24 playthrough in Croatia with Hadjuk Split. As you can see behind me, we have continued to do really well in the league. The European League, however, has been much more difficult. What's really interesting is what has happened to Dynamo Zagreb. I am shocked. Yeah, folks, this is the last few matches for Dynamo Zagreb. They have played 4 games in the league and have not won any of them. In fact, they've lost away against Rudez, who are pretty much bottom of the league. They've drawn against Istra 1961, who were right down there. Draw at home against Hajduk and losing at home against Osijek. In today's episode, they're going to be playing us in the league, and potentially we could have put ourselves in an absolutely crazily good position. This is how the league sits at the minute. We are 33 points. They are 25 points. So we have an 8-point lead at the minute. Obviously, they've got to play us, so we could take this up to an 11-point lead if things continue as they've been doing. Just to have a look how things have been going since that victory you saw against Gorica. Home win against Lokomotiva. This was closer than it needed to be. You can see a late goal from Perisic. Kanu scored, but it was 0-0 for a long period in that game. Away against Slaven Belupo, we just about got through this, although it was quite... we created a lot of chances, we just didn't finish them, and Brekalo scored the only goal there. Comfortable victory over Istra, 5-0. Kalinic with a brace, Berenhahu with a brace, and Brekalo another goal. And then it got a little bit more tricky against Vazdadin. This was a 4-3 victory, and we just about took the win here. Late goal from Brekalo, but own goal from in the very first minute, and then Kalinic and Puskas got the goals for us, but they really made a game of it, and it was very, very close right until the end. We've just been away against Rudez, and we've taken a victory there. So big day today as we play GK Hakken in the Conference League and then Dynamo Zagreb. So in the Conference League, you can see here we've played 2. We played Lille, drew 1-1 there. This was frustrating, a late goal from Jonathan David, but an Angel Gomez, you can see the quality of player that we're going up against here. It's not going to be easy, but we took a 3-3 draw and maybe could have done a bit better. We were 3-0 up in this game. That's the real disappointment, but let it slip. And then Fiorentina absolutely battered us, but you know, that is to be expected. In the Cup, we've gone through the first round match, 4 goals from Kalinic and 1 from Travchovski. So today, let's go and play GK Hakken. So here we go. This is the team we're going with. Kalinic is back in the team. He's leading the line. Brekalo, Livalja and Perisic are our attacking 3. Zappa and Pushkas in the centre midfield. And then it's Diallo, Ferro, Ilaz and Mufi backline. Lukic is in goal because Kalinic, our first choice goalkeeper, is out injured. So that is one of the big stories at the minute, and he's not done bad actually since he's been in there. Certainly doesn't look out of place, but it does mean we're not necessarily quite as solid at the back as we could be. There's just that little bit of a doubt perhaps with the goalkeeper. Right, here we go. Can we get our first victory here? This would be important, trying to catch up with either Lille or Fiorentina. I don't know which of those we are most likely to get past, but this is one. We beat Durge Gardens. That was a good solid match actually. I enjoyed that game against them. It was pretty close, but you know, we had a good job against Fiorentina. So you feel that we perhaps have got enough about us to maybe cause some trouble here and really do a decent job against Hakken. If not beat them, at least draw against them. I'd like to finish above them in the league. That would be nice. So Diallo is thrown in. Here's Brekalo, who's been really solid recently. Lovely ball in. Livaja, I didn't look like he knew where he was at any point there, unfortunately. But we're creating the chances now. Couple of highlights, and here's Diallo into Kalinic, who's He's certainly in and out of the team. He's very, very solid, even at his age. I do quite enjoy having him in there. And when he's got his head like that, he's such a threat. And that's what's really, I think, really important about it. We don't have anyone else like that. He just has that aerial threat. But we're 1-0 up, 1-0 against GK Hakken. This could be a nice big result if we can hold on. What's going to happen in the other match? That's the interesting thing. Who's going to win that? Well, 36 minutes in, I can't see what the result is in the other one. Maybe they're not playing at the minute. Here's Livalja, gets through to Kalinic, loses the ball, but Diallo's got it back. Plays it into Perisic, who's an absolute star. We've got him next season. Oh, wow. Kalinic with his feet, it's a different story. But with his head, you know what you're getting. Well, the ball's through us, but Ilaz picks it up and we recycle and go again. Are we going to see a bit of an opportunity here for Hakken? Not had really a shot on target yet. We've had 6 on target. Leone. Oh, it's just wide. It was a good little effort there. And did the goalkeeper make a save? I'm not sure. It looks like someone deflected that one, so it's pretty good effort. And it's well cleared. Here is Bracalo into Livalja. He's going to try and beat the whole team on his own here. He couldn't, could he? Back heel for no reason. And, oh, Bracalo now. Oh, I thought he was going to find the pass. That would have been a really smart goal if we could have got that. We need that extra goal though, just in case. We don't want to let Hakken back into this if we can avoid it. Nice ball round the corner though. Here he goes again, and it's over the top. He seems a little bit selfish, that player. He's had a couple of shots where he probably could have passed it. Right, 40, pretty much right at the end of the game here. So are we going to create one last chance? It'd be lovely to go in with a goal here. Bracalo. Oh, he does, you know. If he stays onside there, it's going to be 2-0. He's scored a lot of goals. He assisted for Kalinic. Is he going to get himself a goal this time? He is. We're 2-0 up at half-time. Very good. So there we go. 2-0 up at half-time. I think that's really nice. What I think I'm going to do, Perisic is a bit tired. We're going to bring on Kleinheisler on that right side at half-time. Let's just rest Perisic for the Dynamo game because that's got a real importance about it as well. Oh, it's in. It's Kalinic getting himself a second goal. It's a brace. Here we are dominating Hakken now. It's good to see. There was a couple of our players going at that one as well. They were. I mean, they've got a good position there, but it looked like Ilaz got it, but it wasn't. It was Kalinic. So here we go. And this is nice. This is a really solid performance. We needed something like this after losing 3-0 against Fiorentina. Kleinheisler has a little blast from distance. Looking really good at the minute. I'll have to bring Cadu on and make some changes here. Bracalo almost hits the bar. Well, we made a couple of changes here and brought on Saralja and Adija in the centre. Just try and get some game time there and also save some legs for some of these players who are going to be playing in a couple of days' time against Dynamo Zagreb. We want to be as dangerous there as we are here. Is Adija. The question is, do you take the likes of Kalinic off or Livalja? Who do you take off? 58 minutes gone. I mean, if we score another one, you probably say we need to take 2 of our better players off and then just coast on in. And probably Livalja or Bracalo will be one of those players. Is Kalinic off the bar there? Really almost getting his third. Great performance. Diallo with the corner, 73 gone. We have looked really strong today. Diallo, is he going to have a shot? Oh, straight into the midriff of Lind. Oh, Trajovski has just come on for Bracalo. Livalja is staying on for the whole match, so that's something. And Cadu also coming on for Mufi. So a lot of the first teamers now off the pitch, but we're still creating. This guy's a pretty good player as well. So there's our penalty. Zappa taken down, and it's going to be Kalinic, isn't it, if we get the penalty to get his hat-trick, you'd think. It is a penalty. Who is going to take it? It must be Kalinic. I'm not sure who have set as the... No, it's Levalja. Oh, he just goes the other way. Gets himself a goal as well. 11th this season. It's been really solid. It really has. I've very much enjoyed how well we've played this year. Lille, as you can see, are behind against Fiorentina. Oh, you're going to see a goal for Hakken here. Oh, it is. Gustafsson with the header. And we're back to 4-1. But, I mean, it would have been nice to get the clean sheet. But we have changed a good few people at the back there. Goals disallowed. What's that for? Offside. Wow. Fair enough. Was there a player just in front of the goalkeeper, maybe? Yeah, look at that. Right in front of the goalkeeper. Fair enough. Right, 89 minutes gone. Certainly the performance we want. Hopefully we can get the away victory against Hakken as well. That would be really good, because then that puts us in a real good position. And potentially, if we can pick up, a point or two outside of that. Oh, it is a lovely header, that is, on the 90-minute mark. Layuni, right in the top corner. I don't think there was any stopping that. We're not going to watch it again, though. So, last few bits of the game, it looks like it's another penalty. It looks like Levalja's been taken out on the edge of the area. Everyone shouting and screaming at the referee. And it is a penalty, and Levalja will step up and probably put this one away. Make it 5-1. Is he going to go the same place, or will he go the other way? He does exactly the same place. 94th minute, and we've hit 5. Hit GK Hakken for 5. What a performance that was. As you can see, Fiorentina got a win away at Lille. So that's pretty impressive. So they're in really good shape. So if Fiorentina can beat Lille both home and away, potentially we could take points against that. As long as we don't lose, that's probably the one we're going to come back for, because that feels like the one that we need to play. If we can then beat Hakken, who knows what comes out of that. We are certainly not out of this anyway. Right, folks, we'll go forward, and now we're going to play our final game of the episode, and it's going to be against Dynamo Zagreb. It's going to be our league game against them. Remember, we're 8 points ahead of them now. We're playing at home. We've got everything suggesting that we could take an 11-point lead, but it's never that easy. Right, folks, here we go. Other games, Lokomotiva playing Istra, Osijek are playing Hajduk, which is a good one, third against sixth, but it's top against second, and this could be such an important match for the rest of the season, because if we can win this, I mean, yes, it's in our hands anyway, but we would have such room for error, and Dynamo would have no room for error. They could not be losing more games against anybody else. They need to win the rest of their matches, I reckon, to catch up with us. Right, one little change that we've done here. We're not going with the big man up top. We're going to be playing Levalja up top, Bracalo, Kleinheisler and Perisic as our front attacking three midfielders. And then same players who played in the last game in the sort of more defensive midfield and defence and goalkeeper. Still, the goalkeeper is not fit yet. So let's see what we can do here. We also got, and I forgot to mention this last time, we've got Benassi, which was a player we bought in. You can see on a free. He's not played much. He was at Cremonese, but he does give us a little bit more option in the central midfield. Looks a solid-ish player. Has not played an awful lot yet for us, but he's on the bench today. Couldn't play in the cup, in the European Cup matches. Right, we've motivated the troops. Let's see what we can do. This is a huge, huge match. We've already beaten them once this year. In fact, we've seen all the games. They won once against us. We beat them quite comfortably, and probably didn't deserve to lose in the reverse leg. So, yeah. Well, already we've got an injury. We've got injury to Diallo, injury to Bracalo. That's not great. Livalja is going to come onto that left side, and we'll go with the big man up top, I think. Well, we have absolutely cancelled each other out. 6 shots to 5 shots. XGs all less than 1. Player being taken off injured each. Not much more to say, but you know what? If we end up drawing this at the end of the match, I'm not going to be disappointed. We'll stay 8 points ahead of them, and that's the key thing. We don't want them coming any closer. We've now lost Diallo at left back, which is not ideal. So we brought on Meljanek. So we've both lost both our left-sided players. Suggests they're been a bit rough down that side. Well, they've cleared it. It's come to Meljanek, the substitute. Here's Zappa. Into Livalja. Oh, he could have finished that. Oh, that was such a chance. Oh. Here's Livalja. He's looking for the pass. Finds Meljanek. Does well. Kleinheisler picks it up in the centre. It's really busy there, and the goalkeeper makes a worldie of a save there. That was in all the way, and he's just pushed it wide. Couple of chances, just starting to build up a head of steam here. Here's Mufi. Well, Kadu and Odegea have come on to try and just be the creative edge that we need. Livalja looking for the pass. Kleinheisler's found a little gap. He's gone for the shot, and the goalkeeper picks it up. So we are getting the shots on target, just not getting them past him. Corner option here. Meljanek puts it in. Oh, it's over the top. We haven't got the big... Oh, no, we have got the big man up there, Kalinic. He could have finished it off, but we have been dominant in this second half. XG... They haven't had a shot in the second half. We've had everything. Well, they are absolutely going to take that. It's a 1-1, a 0-0 draw. But look at the second half. Completely dominated. They had no shots at all. And we had enough in there. Livalja, I think, had the best chance there. And there was an amazing shot. I think it was Meljanek who just had a shot from distance, which the goalkeeper just got his hand to put it wide. So not the result I was after, but it's not a bad result, and it keeps them on their bad run. They'll be happy with that, I reckon, because the game was not there for them there. They probably deserved to lose that, and they just got away with it. Hacked down a couple of our better players and got them out of the match. Hopefully not for a long time, and we were forced into 2 early changes, so it meant that we were a little restricted changing things up later on. So here we go, Bracalo out for 3 to 4 weeks. That's pretty much a disaster. We desperately need him involved in the run-in, and he's going to be missing most of it. And same for Diallo. So whilst Dynamo didn't get a win, they certainly have made things a little bit more interesting, because 2 of our best players cannot play for a long period of time. So they are going to be missing most of this period. Now, if we can get the wins, great, but if we start to pick up the losses, and we wanted to be competitive in matches like this against Hakken, and we've got to play the likes of Rijeka and other teams like that. So we'll see what happens. I think what we'll do is come back for the Lille game, and maybe away against Lokomotiva, something like that. And we'll see how things sit at that point. But let me know your thoughts on how things have gone so far in this save. Really didn't expect the run of form that Zagreb have been on. Didn't see that coming. They're the only team to take any points off us, but they are in a real rut. So it'll be interesting to see if they manage to get themselves out of that, and whether we can keep things going as strongly as they are, because we're a good chunk of the way through the season, but it is still really early days. Right folks, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you at some point very shortly. Goodbye.